I will do all I can to protect other daughters and sons and other mothers and fathers from going through this incomparable nightmare that I'm walking through.
The mother of a slain teenager urges passage of Chelsea's law to increase penalties for sexual predators. Welcome back. I'm Ellen Leva.
Hi, David Ona. This is Eyewitness News at 4:30. The parents of slain Poway teenager Chelsea King are urging passage of Chelsea's law, a law that would send some child molesters to prison for life after a first offense. Sacramento Bureau Chief Nanette Miranda is live in the state capitol, where Chelsea's parents are trying to get lawmakers to back their effort. Nanette?
Well, we already have Megan's Law and Jessica's Law in place, both created to crack down on sex offenders. But another tragedy is forcing a second look as to whether the laws are tough enough.
We're being led by her invincible spirit.
The parents of the slain San Diego area 17-year-old Chelsea King have made it their mission to make sure no other California child is victimized by a molester. They want the worst of the worst locked up forever.
Life without possibility of parole for a violent sexual predator is needed. These offenders cannot be rehabilitated. They do not deserve a second chance.
In a proposal named after their daughter, Chelsea's Law includes a one-strike provision, life without parole for forcible sex crimes against children, lifetime parole for the most violent sex offenders who do get out, including GPS monitoring, and the establishment of parks as safe zones where sex offenders may not go without prior permission from authorities.
The primary responsibility of government is public safety. It's why it exists, to protect the innocent, to protect the vulnerable, to protect our children. And we have to do a better job.
Chelsea's accused killer and rapist, John Gardner, raised questions over how the criminal justice system failed. He had served time for molesting a 13-year-old and was discharged from parole. Had this proposed law been in place, Gardner would have been a one-striker after his first crime and been in prison for life, perhaps never crossing paths with Chelsea.
My personal promise to all the children, all the mothers, and all the fathers is that I will do all I can to protect other daughters and sons.
The California Attorneys for Criminal Justice opposes this bill. It says there's no proof that longer sentences and longer parole terms are actually effective. While the estimates are still being calculated, the group also says the state cannot afford stricter guidelines under these tough budgetary times. Live in Sacramento, Nanette Miranda, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.